long stream. Nothing happened. You don't remember anything. So yeah, hi. We're going to continue the intervalo now. So yeah, how have you guys been so far with these past few days? Okay, there is some issues for the railway because oh, I got jump scared. Okay, the whale. Like there is this theme that I need to figure it out here for the next section of the railway. I I think it should be an easier, right? We should have an easier time there. But just using like mostly two star IDs is not gonna do well. Hi Steve. Hi Spice. Hi Foot. Hi Foot. Oh, the game has no sound. Let me fix that. Okay, you guys should be hearing now. Yeah, I think we stopped last time when yeah, we just got out of the distortion part, right? We had fought some Shunikun, I think these are its names. Oh, the path command actually works. And now I think we're going to try to figure out more information about what's happening with the distortion. So yeah, stages. I also want to get his identity so I can farm the event faster. Oh, we can't use most of our IDs. Meus boys. Even me don't have lunacy. Like, look at this. I have only 7k lunacy. Yeah, I don't think that I'm going to be able to get the saying ego, unfortunately. Yeah, I wish that I would be able to like use all of the identities without any restriction. But the issue is that, you know, it blocks us from using the previous team. To do that, I would need to like get a House of Spiders team, but that feels like cheating. Thanks to that dude that plays games online. Yeah, it took quite a while for me to make this sweater. Invest your YouTube money into Limbus. Maybe. I just got the approval for the monetization like literally yesterday, so it's gonna take until the end of the month for me to actually earn something. Oh yeah, I can use supports here. So I can earn more. Okay. Everyone is Blade lineage? Yes.
그대, 이 검이 필요하오.
It is interesting because to actually activate monetization on YouTube, they need to send to you a physical mail. A physical mail. Instead of sending you an email for you to confirm your account, it's a physical mail. So I was a few months waiting for the mail to come here, and it's finally here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to struggle in this section just because, you know, we have two people helping us. No, I don't think you understand for that. I wasted all of my resources trying to prepare for the railway challenge. Like, everything. I don't really have that many boxes anymore. And if I have, I'm probably going to use on Ishmael. So I can get the... What's the name? The reindeer. Yeah, the reindeer identity. Do we get more bonus with the Mersault Ego? Probably right. wonder how hard it's going to be to... I mean, it's just not possible to solo this part over here because we have support identities. Maybe if like I got an alternative version of Limbus Company to do that. Because I know that some people have some mods that you can manipulate the game. So I could remove both of them and use one sinner here. I don't know how to do that, but it should be possible. Hi, Shmuppy! Yeah, Shmuppy, if you have no idea what's going on here, don't worry, me neither. We're just trying to investigate some distortions. Yeah, this was kinda great on the last Blade Lineage event because I have so many identities from this faction that it was so easy to finish all of the quests. Hi Desen! Welcome to the stream. I don't think we have much information on who is going to be the distortion right now. I think more characters are going to appear later. Hi, full stop. I was talking to people that we already have a... Wait a second, I'm hearing something. Let me check if my dog just escaped. It's gonna cause so much problems if it did. No, it's okay. He did not escape. What is the lore about these guys? No, these are vlogs generally about fighting them. I was kinda surprised. Like the whole mechanic of Solemn Lament is that you need to shoot a bunch of times so that it just continues to apply the effect, right? I wasn't expecting that was going to be a Gatling gun. I thought that this thing was just going to get like another gun, to be honest, just like Gregor. Oh yeah. The people before they become transformed into these things, they were escort taboo hunters. They were also talking about if this distortion is something related to Kim and Aingdu. Because these people seems to be this distortion seems to be based in people from Escorp, see? Yeah, we are doing full Blade Lineage, Sulit. I mean, the only bad part is that I don't have the Eagle, but I think someone might have, so I can get the support. Moms. I wonder how Big Bird Eagle would look like. Like, the way that they have been doing the new Eagles is that they changed the weapons, right? Instead of being the same, like, guns from 40 Sang, it's just a Gatling gun, so I think it's also going to change. Hi, Sugi. I don't think you care about interval spoilers. It's just fighting. Pre-pride resonance, not absolute resonance.
돌아오고 있어요.
Is that something for the ego?
다시 사람의 형상으로.
Let me see.
살수의 방식으로는
Union has
절대
the ego
도달하지
here.
못했을 결과일 테죠.
Result. Blade
이젠 좀알
lineage
것 같네요.
and the ego, right?
S사로 떠나기 전까지 제가
칼을 부딪힐 시간입니다.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not at the dungeon yet. We just had started the fights on the last stream.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
No, Sugi. I live for the Aura farm. There's an Aura monster in this intervalo. I don't think it's going to be Kim, right? He's becoming such a bum.
혈이 낭자오.
물의 배들.
On top of that, his skill 1, 2, as base fall to his ally, skill 1 and 2 respectively. Is that on the ego?
혈이 낭자오.
What do you mean I don't have the gold South Sugi? He's here. I mean, he's been running away, doesn't I don't know if he's actually going to do something later, but so far, he's just been running away. Like he's not even here helping us. Hi, Sleevel.
배운했어요.
I think we are getting to the middle of the intervalo soon. Oh yeah, we can... Let me see the ego. I was almost forgetting about this. When this is used for the first time in an encounter, consume 15 less SP. If Blade Messalina uses this skill, consume 1 of your left pride. So it only makes pride ego, okay. Flash power plus 1. He does his job, thankfully. I hope so.
물의 배들.
Wait, I'm repeating the level? Bruh. How did I not notice that? There's no way that I'm doing the same fight. Oh no. I thought that was like 2 battles in a row. Anyways, let's see the ego.
사물.
Okay, he's drinking. Okay, I think that was a mini claim the bones, right? Like he has the same attack patterns. No, I think this his skill should change. Oh, it is. Look, where is our Kim Aura farming like this? No, it doesn't change over here, right?
그림자 없는 햇살은 없으니 이 근육 또한 기꺼이 받아낼 뿐.
Does this skill change or it just continues like this? I don't know how the synchronization works. Let me choose the skills. It makes him clash better. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I also heard it makes his claim the bone, yield my flash
이
to
근육 또한
works better.
기꺼이 받아낼 뿐.
Lose 1 stack. When hit, includes takes HP. Oh yeah, this is the passive that he has when he's distorted. Right resonance. Okay. Yeah, this is the effect that makes his skill 3 like roll really low.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Good afternoon, Angelo. Regret nerfs it? Oh.
우리는
Yeah, now it's going to be so much easier to like activate to claim their bones. Oh, I wish that I was able to clash with that with the season 1 identities. Even like the skill 3s don't get to that number. 23 is so high. Let's see again.
당신
Does he lose sanity from being like this? Oh, that is a lot of damage.
확실하게 갈라지는 감각이었네.
Yeah, Steve, it's definitely peak, right? You have
흐트러지게.
you have already played the game with us, right?
그냥 5배.
배워냈어요.
Yeah, like my flash did anything but lose the clash. The clash is so high for a skill that you want to lose. The only issue is that when you actually can lose that clash is generally when either what you are at the start of the fight, so you don't deal damage at all,
승부수가 먹혀들었다.
or it's against a strong skill or from a
판세는
strong boss.
완벽히 우리에게 있었다.
Oh yeah, I did repeat.
정착지를 찾을 때까지 이
A
기세를
strong
잃지
skill
않게.
from a strong boss.
자유로워질 수 없어. 이 거미줄을
Let
끊어내지
me see how
않고
much it
사는
changes. This gives me 40. The ego gives me nothing. No, these people don't have the ego. 20. $60, yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, to be honest. Doesn't change much.
망설임 없이
Let me just switch in my House of Spiders there.
별일 수 있는 기회겠죠?
Against a hopeless clash, yeah. Meanwhile, Heathcliff's team. Bloody hell, what's up with these kids? They're showing up out of nowhere. How should I know? By judging this get up, they seem ask off fellas. Oh, you know. And things were going so well, we could talk it out with those Fedora guys. Yeah, they got distorted also here, it seems. But no, you should have to go bargain them first. Would save us a whole lot of trouble if you hadn't, right? Wait, is it the cameras that does this or not? So it's my fault. Those bastards look like they were nicking stuff, so this is a construct area, ain't it? If they walked off with something important, we'd be the ones, yeah. Listen, but no one's itching to swipe haircut into their pockets the second they get the chance. Oh no. No one is going to forget about what he did. Okay. No, not at all. Just wondering whether the gentleman over there is also one of our enemies. Gentleman? Oh, it's... Look where he is. How? How is he even here? Is that the end of your troop performance? Shame, I was really enjoying watching you folks dance. Might mistake this place for the Peach Blossom Land of the Legends. Had been a cup of fight or drink, okay. Bamboo Hat the Fraud is here, okay. Yeah, that's a name. Yeah, right. And he has a name tag though. I think it says on LCD. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Heathcliff just went flying. Okay, forgive that. Am I supposed to put on? Oh dear. The flashes. I didn't know there was an cord pepper. Oh. No, I do find this amusing now, but if you intend to play with me, you ought to be more aware of your surroundings. Okay, finally, he's out of farming a little bit. We need to recover King's aura back. I'd say that about covers the price of admittance for your troop circus, wouldn't you? Well then, I leave the rest for you folks now. Now he disappears again, wow. Instead of helping us. Yeah, I'd imagine he has some interaction if he's actually going to appear as a helper for us here. Oh. So okay, Dante saw that they are having issues and summoned everyone there. Yeah, this reminds me of that abnormal, that distortion we have in Distortion Detective, where it's like a laundry machine place. I don't think we do have that many distortion that actually distorts places, right? I remember that in Distortion Detective there was a guy that took photos of people to not forget them, because he was scared of being forgotten himself. Oh yeah, to talk about the photos, right? I just had a thought here. They definitely chose the realistic, the realistic eyes and mouth photos to make it even more uncanny, to make the distortion even more uncanny. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Like, see, every time you use my flash, it's just dominating. when he's supposed to lose. $200 damage in a single skill. Oh? Oh, we're back here. That was a cool transition. I like that. Okay, so let's figure out who are these guys. Who invited? Who invited them? Passes investigation order. Yeah, like because they have the photograph machines, aren't they the ones creating the distortion? It's so weird. When using an identical skill of the run, the skill photograph -5. Oh, so they take photos. They take photos of what's the name? They take photos of our skills, and if we are using the same skill tier, like skill 1, skill 2, skill 3, they lose power in a clash. Pinny nail. Yeah, there is not much now because we haven't seen their skills yet. So this was the place where Heathcliff and the others were looking around. There's a bunch of photos there. There's photos everywhere. Hey, it doesn't seem that I can make much of the background. I don't know why the siltcurrent command did not work. Let me check the command. No, it's the right command. Oh, I wish we had a story event for the Walpurgis. It's just like this time. And that I can fall in event there. No, you wrote siltcurrent now. Siltcurrent. This is so much damage. No, change the I with the L and see if it works. Yeah, the same, John. I was also expecting some story. Honestly, what I like the most about the Walpurgis, it is the events and the new fight with the abnormalities. But I guess like they probably are spending that effort into the other game modes that we're going to get. And Kento 10, of course. Oh yeah, go. I think that it's going to have the same rewards we are already used to, like 10 to 20 pulls, some lunacy, a lot of HP and threads. Yeah, some boxes too. I've been saving a few modules, but I'm going to have to use the modules to update the identities for the third section of the railway. They have some effect in the feet when they are teleported with the Malkuth skill. So let me get this straight. Dude was just... Kim was just here just a minute ago and nobody knows where he's wandered off to. Yeah, Block just turned up out of nowhere, flapped his gun, then did a run before anything could grab him. Yeah. Ezra let out a long, listless sigh, as though she was getting sick and tired of even complaining about Kim. Lady Ezra, I cannot say your frustrations is misplaced. Yet I trust you are also aware, more often than not, Mentor's actions have carried a profound design. He has never left his post without purpose so far. No, I get it, okay, but come on, we kill him to give us a heads up. Yeah. Before he gets zooming off and zone again. Honestly, I cooked the same food as before. Beans with eggs. This time I did not burn the beans. They are undercooked. And the eggs, I almost burned the eggs. I look at it for 2 seconds. If I had spent like 4 seconds there, it was over. It was going to be charcoal. Remember last time we all thought he was being a good patient and dipping it off in the recovery yard, but no. When the LSA got infiltrated, he snuck out without telling anyone and came back like nothing happened. The team leader didn't even shield him off for that. Oh. Hi, Joak Palma. I don't even know. What does Mnestic Experience means? Oops, wasn't I supposed to mention that, was I? Then the reason that he failed to participate in the operation. Oh no. Oh no. This removes so much aura from him. Where simply because he did not. He just says, nah, I'm not gonna help with the with Solo and Matthias. I wonder what he was doing though. Mnestic relates to memory or the act of remembering. Kinda makes sense because the whole interval is just photos everywhere. Lady Moses Vedas holds out tongue for this very reason. She knew full well Mentor's intentions would be misunderstood in precisely such a matter. What part of this ever misunderstood? You just not disclose that the man deserted his post without authorization. Yeah, what was he doing? That's the thing, he wasn't just wandering off, he was outside all alone, taking out the ring Ottoman kings who locked down the elevator. Oh, okay, he was actually being useful. Yeah, it's not like he was dealing with the strongest enemy out there, but the recovery ward didn't have an emergency alarm and nobody from the department was there to warn him either. He just somehow caught on and did the job himself. Huh. I heard it's all thanks to him that the facilities team managed to get the comms back up and contact the LEC chief way faster and they helped the LEC actually deploy. It would have been delayed for another hour or 2 if he hadn't stepped in, apparently. Okay. So he does his job in the dark without no one knowing. And he went fighting even though he still wasn't fully recovered, so he came back looking like he'd been processed through a meat grinder. So yeah, he did end up staying bed like a good patient in a lot of pain. Then the soldier is not entirely yeah. He's a less talking, more doing type, I guess. Hi, fake error. Yes, and Kim is actually recovering some part of his aura back. Anyways, we're all stuck inside the building back then during the incident, so fine I suppose. There was no helping it. Today though, never mind. It's always like this with him. He always slips away and pops back and say, it's done. My point is, what happens if one day one of the solo missions doesn't go his way? He just, yeah, that's the problem. There ain't gonna be anyone to help him there. I said he does his job not good, but he's nice. Oh. Actually, how does he even know what's supposed to be done in the first place when nobody gave him any instructions? It's his head. His head has some magic that helps him figure out the situation. That's why he's the bamboo-hatted king. Gut feeling? Look, I only saw the block for a bit, so I can't say I've got him all figured out. He's an annoying, but he didn't stop me as some clueless sod who doesn't know where he's stepping. He briefly scratched at his chin, then kept talking as though You were stating an obvious fact. So it's something similar to Virgilius, how he can perceive the flow or stuff. Maybe? Today is proof enough. He's not one of us, so Clockhead couldn't have reached him from that far and set him to back us up. And there's no way he just happened to run into us when we were about to get into battle, right? Then sharp head on him and piece together could be that. Yeah. But I've got these moments when I get a flash of that gut feeling. However you want to call it, my boss man, Matthew, said you could hear that too. So I said I can hear the gears turning, or I think I hear rats scurrying about. Oh. You do things you couldn't make head or tails of. Listen, there was one time when we were expecting a life or death fight. Matthew says he can hear the gears turning, walk into a random pub, he starts throwing back drinks like he lost his bloody mind. Yeah, he does. So this is a little bit of lore about Matthew because we didn't actually met him in the story. He died off screen. Back when I was on the ship, some sailor used to drink the barrel dry before battering whales to blunt the fear, only to stumble around on the deck and fall overboard. Yeah. The boss could knock it back like a whale. Still, the point is, getting blasted right before a turf wall was not the most sane people would got a good idea. Had us all cross. So we were stomping after him. And guess what? Turns out that pub was the secret hideout where the opposing syndicate was holed up. Wow. So yeah, I don't think that... Maybe because of the... I don't know if it was before or after the events of Ruina and Lobbycore, people have started developing these sort of senses. You kill him and put an end to the dead rabbits. That's when we came storming in and had them surrounded instead. Not a single one of them got away. We bit. Interesting. Sorry, but this sounds like... Yeah. I don't know, this feels a little bit like how... It is a stretch, but how... the purple tea ability works. Like she can see other realities and stuff. I think it was no merchants. If you are seeing as much, then surely it is as but among one many such coincidences. That not so? Yeah, every time Matthew pulled one of the stunts, a lot ended up going, or lot ended up growing bigger. Wouldn't have kept working so neatly if it was just coincidence. Yeah, it is likely that more often is referred to as indeed an instinctive sense or experience-based precognition. More accurately, an unconscious process by which information accumulated in the subconscious is sorted and converted into sensible conclusions. Yes. I don't know. I don't know if there is much stuff. Like, I haven't seen any video about the theory or whether Heathcliff could be Purportia's son. I don't know, if he was, it wouldn't be like really easy for her to know where Heathcliff is. Like, she probably is related to Limbus Company somehow. With the ending we had in Ruina that King Jong deleted. There has been extremely rare cases in which Heathcliff demonstrated the ability to arrive at coherent conclusions that surprise even Faust. Oh no, he's saying that he's dumb. On further analysis, it would appear that he was employing a mechanism similar to a sixth sense. Yeah, as some people call it. Hi, Spooky! Is that a compliment or are you talking? Though my mentor does not seem to fit. Though my mentor does not see fit to explain each step he takes. So this is why Engdo... This explains a lot more why Engdo respects Kim. I often find that no footfall of his was taken in vain. Oh, I would ask of you, grant him but a little time and wait, keep waiting, and the shape of his intent may yet become clear. Though I confess, I have also been concerned about his of late. His recent silence is far heavier than what I have noticed in the past. Oh, did you manage to beat the dragon, Spooky? Nah, don't worry. We can beat the reflection railway with season 1 identities. It's gonna be easy. No? Ah. Don't kill at the beginning. Hesitated to stop herself from saying more. She only gave a quiet nod. Yeah, okay. I suppose our team leader has her own reason for letting him be. Yeah. Yeah, that's the fight is so complicated because you can like win the first 2 sections and then die on the last one. Because the dragon just got so strong. Let us return to the task at hand and do what we can for now. As the others quiet down, I finally had room to notice the place we found ourselves in. There wasn't a single ray of light, just a deep red hole, pressing from it from every side. I can't believe we've been chatting away in the dark this whole time, fellas. And the red lights aren't helping at all, especially with my aging eyes. Oh, he's getting blind. Oh, why do you look for the light switch? It's right here. And right then, don't turn on the light. Oh, yeah, because he turned on the light, he's going to ruin the photos. I heard myself clipped warning, his voice coming from a corner. I didn't expect to find. Oh, there he is. The corner is watching something. Developing the film row manager. Exposure to light might ruin the entire row. Please exercise caution. So we do see that this photo, like any photo, is really important to Mersault. So he'd been doing this on his own. That explains why he has been quiet all along. Oh, did you know you know how to print photographs, Paul? I think we are past. Like, if it was like 1 year ago, I wouldn't think we are going to get something like that. But with the recent identities we have been getting into the game, yeah, I think that it is very possible that we are going to get an identity for Gregor or an ego that can make him transform and get stronger. What's that for, anyways? Rex pressed the H to have the film developer manager. I am carrying out destruction. Oh, yeah. A photo studio first and now a dark room. This may be no more than a conjecture, but it would not be unreasonable to suppose that the axe of this distortion rests upon a photographer. Yeah, it is something similar to what happened in Distortion Detective. There was also a distortion that took photo of people there. The film serial number either match those found in the photo studio or deviate by only a single digit. It is certain that this dark room is connected to the studio in some way. The images bear a striking resemblance to these photographs. I also believe this building and the photo studio share a strong connection. I wish we could see the photos like it appears on screen. Oh, so where did you get these photos? I brought some from the photo studio. I cannot name the locations in the pictures with certainty, yet they all appear to have been taken at various places in Encore district. But it's buildings mostly. People take pictures like this when supplying stuff to that department store. A docographer. Mersault chimney holding up an odd cylindrical container in his hand at this time. I have no knowledge about photos, so wow. I'm trying to understand what's going on. He gave the container a shake every now and then, and with a measured rhythm, whatever he was doing seemed to be a part of the process of developing the film. Yeah, I didn't see much film when those filming roles when I was a kid. They must have disappeared right now. I don't even remember the last time I saw something like this. Filming roles are hardly affordable for the average resident in Corp. In most cases, taking photographs is done as part of the professional duties. There are approximately 21 occupations, 21 works, yes. However, only a single profession involves routinely photographing specific buildings. Also, we are understanding more. Maybe we are like restricting the possibilities of the distortion. Adhering to fixed standards that cannot be served in these pictures. in this photographer, as you mentioned, are the people entrusted with that job? Yeah. They photograph the information to be poured into Keen Experience. Oh, interesting. Is this how they make Keen Experience? Keen Experience. How could a person from such a decently looked profession fall into a distortion? It might be that this docugrapher is actually the distortion. Decent job maybe, but how do we know if there's a decent person? Ezra replied with a clear-cut answer after a brief pause. I don't know if we can know that. What makes you say that? The photo studio we were at didn't have any dark rooms, right? No, it didn't. My team leader said that there are other ways of processing film rolls, but in any corp, you have to go to a dark room to develop and print them. Correct? Film rolls are usually immersed in developer solution to be processed. Oh. Which is why photo studios have these dark rooms equipped with red safe lights, yeah. So the light is so that we can see the photos and not burn them. Yeah, there is like a bunch of people here. 2 people here, but I don't think we can make out something here. Maybe this is a foreshadowing. Oh, I would never figure that out. But this place is pretty far from the photo studio. Now that you mention it, check out these windows. They're only covered by newspapers. No messy light. If you consider how sensitive film rolls are to the light, it is really super suspicious that this dark room doesn't have any proper blackout panels. And you know, films can cost a fortune in some places in the city, right? Who in their right mind wouldn't print photos in a room patched up with yesterday's newspaper? Oh, it's just that the corporation, they took... Someone ate all of the budgets of the corporation. They did not have any more money to spend with film rolls. It is who knows the name. No, I don't think it said. He's probably even a legit darkroom. Someone just hauled the bare minimum tools needed to develop film and threw them to God in a hurry. Someone who didn't want to be seen printing photos, and people don't usually avoid scrutiny unless they're doing something not so decent. So that's why she's thinking that the person might not be a good person. If that's the case, then I can see why they might have distorted. Right? Yeah. Manager, Besalt came to my side quietly. Did we get the photo? He's still giving the strange cylinder an occasional shake. I have a request regarding your instruction to develop this film roll. What is it? Please ensure that the light in this room is not turned on until development is complete. Okay. Aren't we already doing that? Yes, however, engaging battle opens the door to uncontrollable variables. It's why I have judged necessary to make a separate request. What if we break the lights? That would prevent everything. Battle. There is no need for concern. I am capable of participating in combat while maintaining the development process. It's just that the light. At the photo studio, reinforcements arrived exactly 11 minutes and 34 seconds after any Pinframe staff team were defeated. Deductions based on the events thus far make it clear that the photo studio and this dark room shared some kind of connection. Furthermore, yeah, have battle any core Pinframe team device location, so more reinforcements are going to appear. Yeah. I hear footsteps rushing up the staircases, approaching closer and closer. I have a feeling I know what Mersault is getting at, but I ask anyways. Meaning, the initial rinse is finished. The process is now halfway to the completion of the second agitation. This indicates that 11 minutes and 30 seconds have elapsed since the start of development. So it's going to take more 11 minutes for us to see the photo. Okay, Mersault here. We should have warned us earlier. Yeah, if he had started with manager, there are people coming, prepared for fight. Everyone will be prepared. Is it the same core people? Aren't them from just... Are they inquisitors? Something sits ill with me. Are they inquisitors? I did not read their names so much. Or are they fixers? I mean, that's probably Scott Backstreet saw that with the flash. And do had her gaze fixed somewhere high overhead. And at the end of their gaze are those photographs? Yeah, there's photographs everywhere here. There's even a dog there. A wolf. A long line stretched across the open air. Photographs hanging from it like laundry clipped to a clothesline. I mistook for a Kumhu at first and gave it little attention. How? Yet upon closer look, I saw all those pictures hanging from the line. Perhaps they had been strung with in the dark room and remained thus when the distortion took hold. Bizarre. The observation of unaffected elements. Is the fight hard? I wish it is. I wish it is. Observation of unaffected elements in the space occupied by a location type distortion is more irregular. Indeed, the items were born from the studio have already changed to images of various sites of S-Corp, yet these alone remain as they were. Let's take them down and check for ourselves. Just as I was wondering if the line was perhaps too high for me to reach, myself stepped in and stepped forward and plucked a few photos out of it. And the instant he brought them to me, we had another pop. Ah, no. Just when we are going to see the photo. You like limbs but never played it. Oh, you are a truth laugher. Welcome back. We had another pop and again, a bright white flash blinded my vision for a moment. We are not in the same place as before, right? This distortion like to change its mind, huh? It keeps switching between S-Corp and N-Corp. This feels like it's getting caught in a flashbang detonation. My whole body tenses up and goes just like right after, yeah. The other scene were busy grumbling about the distortion and its sudden jumps. Except for myself, who stood right in front of me with the photo still held out in his hand. So, can we make something out of these photos? He gave his usual short answer and then returned his attention to the cylinder that he has been shaking. He took the film out of the container and flicked the liquid off clean, with clean control motions. Is the process finally done? Yeah, the process should be done now. But I am thankful that I'm not like streaming this at night because oh, the flashbangs would be so bad. Wait, we are back here with the lights on now. Is it okay to take the film out? It should be okay. Yeah, because it's the development has been complete. It's a relief. I couldn't say I followed all the technical details. Me neither, Dante, me neither. But no cause for concern was all I needed to hear. So, anything out there in manager, but there are people in them. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to look like. I see there is a girl buying bread. 3 sus people. This might be Kim. This might be Kim. And flowers. See, Steve? Do you see these flowers here? It's a Deltarune reference, chapter 5. If I had to pick one similarity between them, though, they all look like cold and indifferent. Yeah, that's the city, alright? I don't think she looks that cold. She looks like worried, like, look at her head. Look at her face. That's the city, alright? Ordinary folks you'd see anywhere. These aren't like the photos we picked up at the studio earlier. These are the kind of photographs they use to make gaming experiences? What was that? The scenery around us seems to ripple just now. Oh yeah, the distortion. Oh, so this seems to be information that we are understanding the distortion a little bit. I was about to ask Faust if she also felt a strange sensation, but it faded away soon enough. Perhaps it's nothing serious. I think we should still talk because, you know, you have special senses. But okay. Maybe it was a spell of random vertigo. It's even possible to get dizzy when I have a clock for a head. Yeah, we are just joking. I don't know, it depends on what kind the experience is, folks. It really depends. If it is like I was on a cruise ship and got caught by a mermaid. Did I die? I don't know if I would like to experience that kind of experiences. Imagine if like the kind of experience where we would have a title like YouTube. I didn't pay my taxes. Did the Klaus got after me? I spent 3 hours in the night of the back streets. Did I survive? At 3 AM? Mersalt, I have noticed that I was out of sorts for a moment. Because I seemed to pause on purpose before answering the question. My image of kind experience seems like to be similar to, you know, I don't know if you have watched the cyberpunk anime, but there was something similar there. Like there were some ships you could use on your head, and then you experience some situations, like for example being on the moon. So my idea of kind experiencing something like that, as long as it isn't anything related to any Corp Inquisition, it should be okay. Because I seem to pause on purpose before answering my question. No, I thought you said docographistic photo to put in keen experiences. Raw ingredients for keen experience are handled exclusively by the green magazine Sisyph. There is no known method for external parties to access them. Well, I think I've heard the keen experience, right? They're in high demand in other districts too, but the only brand stamped on them is Grand Magazine Sisyph. Same name every time, so it's a monopoly, it seems. I remember some of my classmates bragging about them trying them whenever exams weeks came around. I never had one myself though, I can't really explain it, but something about them just feel kind of wrong. Is that popular, huh? The unprocessed base contents of Kind Experience, known as Experience Better, is supplied to the processing factories where docographers fine-tune the experience details. Photographs are primarily used for that purpose. If they are they are cooked ones, they are probably well done ones, burnt ones. An easier example for us understanding would be to consider why docographers take pictures of subjects such as buildings. A purchaser may wish to experience living in a luxurious building that he could never afford. Another may wish to vent out impulses of violence by experiencing the burning of an expensive property. Demand for horticulture Kind experience is increasing by day. Yeah. Like oh yeah, it has a similar, you know, a similar experience to watching YouTube videos. We don't really want to be the ones like doing the videos, but we are watching them and thus experience the videos. Like I just saw someone trying to beat Minecraft with hardcore. The peak of the game was like at 10,000 speed, so every mob was faster than light. Hardcore, yeah. I definitely would not like to do that challenge. Like you can't even see the creepers; you just explode. That's how fast they are. So that's why the photos from earlier were all fancy buildings. Yes, manager, conversely, information concerning the ordinary experience that can be easily encountered in reality is in low demand. Yeah, then why photograph these common buildings? Perhaps these were not images harvested for the commodity value, but pure photography in and out of itself. Mayhaps they have been captured for a desire to seize a vanishing instant through a lens. So the person just wanted to take a photo because he liked the buildings, I guess? There are people who take photographs, knowing that it would cost an exorbitant sum. I have seen some of them before, yeah. Wow, a staggering amount of money just to take a single photo? Oof. That is, if they could even manage to find a photographer who take the risk and help take the picture. I'm not surprised I used to put a price on sentiment and nostalgia, but spending this amount much money on film rolls, what could have made this investment worth it? I think understanding why these photos are here is going to lead us into fixing this distortion. I'd say maybe this is just a matter of sentiments or memories even. Living through the photographs, I quietly expresses my thoughts. I do think they do flashbang people on a daily basis, but yeah. Hi Alden! I'm doing the interval right now. I don't think that we are going to understand anything, and we probably should have spoilers of Quinto 9. I'm not exactly an authority on distortions, but I know they manifest through desires or emotions that become warped in bizarre ways. So yeah, Alden, because of the new PC, I can actually use my model now. I can even go dark. Oh, thanks for the donation, Alden. Should you leave? I don't know. You guys who have like played the interval, is there like any big spoilers for Quinto 9? Because Alden hasn't played the Quinto 9 yet. I don't think there is, right? Oh, there is some. Oh yeah, there is some people. There is some people you haven't seen yet, Alden. I mean, if you don't care about seeing people that are going to be revealed in Quinto 9, it should be okay. Well, let's watch some boring stuff on GTA 6. The game is not gonna get released anytime soon. But everything that Distortion has shown up so far points back to S-Corp. That is the S-Corp from the past that only Kim and Eng Do would have seen and remembered. These photos though, they completely untouched by the Distortion. Doesn't that feel off? Nova? There must be a strong fixation at play here, strong enough to slip past even distortion. So yeah, Audi, we're trying to figure it out what caused a certain distortion. Because it has been annoying everyone here. And if that obsession is something related to like photos, so we'll try to see the photos and, you know, reverse engineer the reason of the distortion. If that obsession is something that refuses to let these memories be influenced, I think our next step should be to look for the people in these photos. Yeah. These photographers are the only undistorted, unaltered clues we have. Dante says it would be advisable to locate the people shown in these photographs. Yeah. Linda did say that we should accept input from the LCB with open arms. Hey Yangdo, can you get me the office catalog? We'll probably need to commission an office affiliated with 7 Association. Oh, 7 Association has been mentioned. Let's look for one that can take that request right away. Can someone tell us where we're fine? I think I know where to find those people. You know? Dante says one of these people showing the photo has already been found. Is that Kim? Perhaps? Well, guess I'm just having a look there. Oh, I pulled the radio from my waist and switched it on without answering Ezra's question. So there's probably someone there. Do something? R clock? I think say do we go clock? Oh yeah. That one was especially hard to understand, you sure? Roger is with you, right? Can you put her on? Okay. Roger, you there? What? Don't want to talk? 1 second. Oh no, she's eating. I kinda went overboard with the bed and pastries. My hands are completely full over here. Pastries of what kind? Just one of everything. Oh no. She's also a glutton. You don't have an extra brioche and baguettes for me too. Hold on, agora just the fauna. Just I think we are going to find the person that was buying bread. This cabba is rotting again for no reason. Anyways, Dante, can you give me a second if I need me to fight? No, it's not fight. No, it's not a fight. Huh? That's what this is all about. I took a closer look at the words written on the wicker basket on the first photograph Mesa had brought me. We can't see anything here. What is that bakery you're at? Yeah, there's no words there, Dante. What are you what are you seeing? I think all Dante is hallucinating. $95. Wait a second, how many? 15. We start at 15. This is 5, 6 now. Oh yeah, I was right. We are actually meeting the girl. I know who you're looking for. The owner of the bakery was a woman holding the same wicker basket as the one in the photograph. She took one glance at the picture I held up for her and gave a quick nod. And there is 26 in total? Okay. This man, he works in Cannery 17 right next. He's a regular. He used to drop by every morning to buy sandwiches to share with his coworkers. Haven't seen him around lately though. He probably distorted. And those coworkers, I assume they were wearing the same uniform? Asking the question on my behalf, Altis showed the baker another photograph. Probably? He was always wearing one too. I guess it's the cannery uniform. Yeah, okay. This confirms our lead, executive manager. A few inquiries at the cannery should bring us to the information we need. Yeah, you're right, but it's just that she doesn't seem very concerned at all. She's one of the people in the photos that weren't affected by the distortion, right? Though she'd be a close acquaintance. Yeah, generally when you're dealing with distortion, everyone around the distortion just gets affected by it. Allow me to verify, executive manager. Do you know the name of this regular you spoke of? His name? Am I supposed to know that? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't go around telling people my name. So yeah. He took a photo of you. It wouldn't be reasonable to assume that you're well acquainted with him. Oh, that. Why is he looking like that? The big demeanor changed when Altis pressed the point. She gave a strange, unsettling smile before pulling something from a front pocket. A thin, round, skin-like object. He said he'd give me 5 of the skin experience for free if I let him take my pictures. He even said he'd throw in the docograph of the building of my choice. Oh, so he was creating kind experiences to ask for favors. He docographs buildings, right? I heard he even takes work trips to the nest every now and then, so I asked him to get me a docograph of this lovely mansion I saw in the nest suburb, so it makes sense now. I know I'll never get off of a beautiful place like that, but this way I could at least experience what it's like. And gosh, it was everything I'd ever hoped for. So yeah, she's a drug addict. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but there was a distinct eeriness to that dreamy, blissful smile on the baker's face that sent a chill down my spine. Yeah, it is a little bit weird for the use the cans. Yeah, this is the weird part about the cans. Like we know that they are experiences, but I think it's just more than that. I don't want to use the cane experience and just get addicted to it. Young Result, are these in experience truly possessed of such marvels to pluck all semblance of reason from one's countenance? They meeting high demand across the city. Yeah, District 14 is only one of several markets. Yeah, I don't think that answers her, but yeah. Does that mean that those who indulge in keen experience may experience venturing on an expedition to the Great Lake and bungee? Yeah, that's probably it. And bungee jumping off the summit of the skyscraper. Yeah. They may, however, a magic can allow one to pursue any dreams the heart may conceive. Yeah, but it's just an illusion though. It differs from pursuing a dream. My thought is getting angry! Wow. Mass-produced can experience I made from base experience butter mixed with various modified information. The resulting end product enables intense stimulation through altered memory. Therefore, it isn't like the dream as expressed by Don Quixote. A piece of memory refined along the numerous processes of the Kinro's production lines is not equivalent to genuine experience, meaning the usage of experience in her previous statement is also to be amended. He's getting angry. Memories altered for intense situation. That sounds quite shady. One probably could like use gain the experience to get better at combat, right? Maybe. How does this case cast a shade upon the boons granted by the Ken? Adventures and tales are forsooth inclined towards a little grandeur. Is it because the memories provided by Ken experience are extremely vivid? Oh. Statistics have shown that users of Ken interpret them as authentic experience and become dependent on them. Oh, so that's how they can like what's the name? Make people join and copy Inquisition with the Kens. Make them experience as if they were there. Like really. And they believe that they are now part of the Inquisition. A possible cause of the formation of dependency patterns is that keen experience allows one to feel as if one has achieved a dream that is in reality impossible. Although implying that the users are made content with devouring forged dreams stored in instant use games and not actually pursuing their dream, yeah. You can't read. I am also struggling a little bit to understand, especially the way Don Quixote talks. It's actually using the intervalo. Worse still, the user may no longer. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. You are going to get addicted to the cans and not actually try to make the. What's the name? Your dreams come true. But the sweeter and more splendid a dream is embellished, the more impossible it will appear to be grasped with one's own hand. To become a cause for surrender instead of inciting one to march forth. Yeah. That's why it is bad. I mean, if they want if they want people to buy the can, they need to be like very well packaged. Whether that annuls its significance, I cannot know. But they sell well. So how much will you be buying? Bread? Yeah, you came bargaining with this question. I was patient enough to answer them politely, wasn't I? Don't you think you are sincere to? Yeah. You're not about to leave without buying a single loaf after crowding up my bakery and scaring off my customers, are you? Yeah. I mean, I don't think Roger would be against that. His wasn't on punch actually. With our whole group gathered around, the passersby gave a wide berth and hurried on, whispering among themselves. Nobody was about to come in and buy bread like that. You did? Yeah, I even got a. Okay, she bought everything already. I don't know what is going to happen here. Of course, I had some already, and the rest is safely tucked in my coat pocket, so I can share later. So you already ate some. Let's buy a little more. It's so that we scared off the other customers. Understood. Given that the expense is made to facilitate this operation, the lack of prior budgeting should not be a problem. And now he appears, of course, of course. Now he appears. It was Kim. He really did have a knack for making an entrance at the least expected moments. Oh, wait, huh? Be cross with me all you like, but just give me a moment. What? Ezra pause, waiting in puzzle anticipation. He's gonna do something silly, isn't he? Only for me to take a sesame rice bun from the baker's hand and jump into the— yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Alright, I'm ready. Why he looks like this? Like, why is he so determined? Oh. Ezra angry fist drove straight into King's solar plexus, folding him into the ground like a complete sack of potatoes. Yeah, buddy, you are not as tough as Vespa. If it was Vespa, he would not diff that punch. At this rate, the owner might start charging us for the whole bakery instead. Roof, now. It's best to get away from here. Manager? Mesalt approached me as we walked down the streets, with Ezra and King squabbling behind us. Yeah, we have a pet emote now. I should add a sound effect to it. He was holding a roll of something brown and tightly coiled. Is Kim? I have completed the development of the film per your instructions. Oh, so this is the film in that canister you were shaking. Hold up against the sun or other source of light. As it is a reversal film, the image should be visible as they were photographed. Okay, let's see these new photos. I had no idea what a reversal film meant, but I did as he said and unrolled the film. Okay, I can see that. That's pretty cool. Oh, is it showing? Can I see too? Move it over a little bit. Let me have a look too. It was hard to make out the details because the images were too small, but I could still tell the strip was packed with almost identical pictures. Oh, it's the same person in every shot, in the same pose, in all of them? Okay, so the first photo we had before is from the girl, right? From the girl. And then the second photo, I think it's the colleagues from the guys where he works at his job. See the arm there? The further along the strip you go, the lower it gets. Yeah, and the head looks like it's turning to the right. Huh? We were always squinting up at the tiny films on the film when Sinclair suddenly flinched and went stiff like he'd seen something he shouldn't have. Is it Cromer? A second later, all color drained out of his face. Sinclair, what's the matter? This reminds me of something I learned in school. You draw a picture in the corner of a stack of notes or a thick book, and in this exact same spot on every page. You start with the arms down, then you take one small change on each page, nudge the arms up higher and higher until they're raised all the way up. And when you flip the pages fast enough, the drum will stop looking like a separate image, and the still figures start moving. Oh! Motion pictures. So we have a lot of photos. Can we have motion with them? I think you guys have seen, right? Those videos where people make so many drawings, like they draw each frame in a paper and then they flip the pages and like for example a horse starts galloping. That video footage we watch were made the same way, yeah. I'm just saying that this is a continuous sequence of still images. The arrangement of the frames suggests that this film strip is highly likely to constitute a footage. A violation of Inikov's taboo. Oh no. And it is with our hands. The taboo. So we're going to get hunted by the Nikov now. Yeah. They are already here.
그대
Yeah, let me see if there's
이
some kind
검이
of lore
필요하오.
in these enemies. As soon as I register Mesa's words, my hand reflexively threw the flame onto the ground. Are we gonna be okay? I might just broken a taboo. My mind began to race, rapidly traveling back through our journey, especially to the time when Don Quixote had smacked that window at Keycorp, causing the wind to wipe out our team multiple times over. I felt faint. At least we had Vergilius with us then. And it ended up being not that big of a deal at the end of the day, since I could revive the sinners, but some Mnestic Taboo can get us in serious trouble just for carrying anything that has to do with them, can't they? I hurriedly toward the sinners. Many of them looked every bit as trouble as I felt. Mersal, give us some good news, please. Still, a few of them expressed a casual lack of concern, seeing all the crazy things we've gone through so far. Mr. Shato, what will happen if this guy the manager killed? So she's maybe using the I forgot the name, the Faust, the Faust Discord server. Stop freaking out, guys. They're not dying. You'll be fine. Anycom is not gonna kill you on the spot just for possessing a funeral. Really? Oh, it might be a problem if the funeral does contain genuine recorded footage, but it's not like you guys had a hand in filming it, right? Gyoza Shaft, yeah. When any of dudes get here to pick it up, just comply with their commands, thanks them for their service, and nicely hand it over to the authorities. And everything should be A-okay. Yeah, there's a possibility that everything will not be okay. Because I have developed the contents of that funeral in that dark room. Oh. The court will take the lack of intentionality into consideration, however. It is very likely that my actions will deem aiding the primary violator of the taboo. Oh no. But dealing with the said that any corp has their own regulatory standards regarding image quality. If the footage image quality or frame rate is within regulations, any corp won't be seeking the fixes on our butts right away. And that could buy us time or give our company some leverage to make a deal, however small it may be. Yeah, it didn't work again. That's weird, huh? Because what they are sniffing around is for how close really the video is. How close to reality the video is. Or how close the experience it provides to real life. Let me check the command, it should be working. Like if I do this, it should work, let's see. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. So even if we are really unlucky, and they actually come after us, it's going to be fine as long as the footage is low fidelity. Probably. So what exactly does frame rate within regulations entail? Mesalt has showing a lot of expressions this interval. Think about photos as a slideshow. They only show you one image every few seconds, so it doesn't feel real or vivid, right? You can technically count them motion pictures, but there's no vividness required to violate the taboo. It's all to like remove any sort of competition with the canned experiences. And let us analyze the funeral and see how vivid it really is. Myself, I trust that you are knowledgeable in subject concerning corp, yes? Copyright. Could the funeral be considered a violation of the taboo? Otis picked up the film from the ground and showed it to Marcel. That cannot be determined. Really? Unless each frame is thoroughly analyzed and compared with adjacent. Without waiting for Marcel to finish, Otis unrolled the film and raised it against the sky. The film canister was labeled experiment, so I assume the couple had created this as a test run of sorts. An experiment to see how close they could get to violating a taboo, and testing the limits of the law. It may even be a mere collection of similar photographs that are pretending to be recorded footage. The sinners all gathered around Otis and looked up towards the unrolled film in unison. Yeah. The Docraft couldn't possibly have moved the pot while also holding down the shutter button. I don't see any difference. Yeah, the expression reason on the subject visage appears rather stiff. Maybe that's just a gloomy sort? Nah. Oh, if that's the case, maybe the subject is really trying to fake an actual footage by moving very, very slowly. That's a pretty convincing theory, but I'm not sure if that's enough to conclude that we're in the clear just yet. That's when Bamboo-Hatted King, who had been sprawled on the ground ever since Ezra punched him, stepped into the conversation. Let's see. Look at the shadow cast on the windowsill. See how it noticeably shifts between each frame? Whoever made this know their craft for sure, but I can't imagine a backstreet dweller would have any way to mess up with the sun's trajectory, yeah? Then the likely scenario must be that the creator of this film deliberately made its subject move very slowly, frame to frame, creating a series of disconnected photos that, when playing sequentially, it would look like footage that violates the taboo. In which case, this film rule does not violate the next taboos, correct? It shouldn't? So he says, active manager, we should be net clear for now, at least in regards to aiding the violation of a wings taboo. Feel. But if he was willing to go through this much trouble just to test an confession, it's hard to believe he'd have stopped it here. Yeah. I mean, we are here because he'd messed up and, you know, distorted and caused a broken taboo. Based on all available evidence, it seems reasonable to conclude that the inflection point of this case is a taboo violator on the run. Yeah. Hi, Lyrica. King is finally here somehow. He hasn't run away yet. But what motive would they have to do that? Sure, working for a Wing subsidiary has nothing on being an actual Wing employee, but it's still pretty up high there when it comes to careers available in the backstreets. Work for a subsidiary long enough and you might even get transferred to a factory. Job in a nest. That gives you a pretty okay chance at better life, so yeah, why? Maybe you was just tired of living that kind of life. Yeah, I remember that she was tired of living. Did it work, the Sen? Let me check the command. Commands, pet, put its own start location, anywhere. Okay, I fixed the command saying if you send the same message again, it should work. Try again, the send. Use the command again. You are speedrunning for mirror for Puggies? Oh yeah. I don't think that I'll be able to do that because I have to use my resources for the next attempt at the railway. But I wish you good luck on getting the identities. And the Eagle, yeah. That Gatling gun. Did it work? There's a little bit of a delay. I don't know, the command only works when the bot feels like it. Something about what Ismael said must tickle with Bamboo-Hatted King, because he suddenly whipped around in shock. Try again, Spice, try again. Yeah, let's see if it works when you talk. Okay, you did the command. Oh, it works! It only works when... What is this? Is he privileged because he is a member? And it doesn't work when you do it. Okay, let me see if I can change something here. Then move those here. Okay, try again, Saint. Try again. I did some changes in the command now. Let's see if it works again. Oh, it works now. I fixed it. Okay. You are back here, Sugi. This is the bamboo fraud king. I don't think you have seen him without the bamboo hat. Oh, the whale. Maybe, but how many of those people you think are capable of throwing away everything they've built on a whim? There is just Pat and the siltcurrent. Not siltcurrent, siltcurrent. I mean, you can check on the description. I organized the comments there. There is something like, there is a program that makes so that every time I get a donation, throws a bunch of stuff into my model. I'm gonna see if I can make it work on YouTube. From what I've seen, maybe our culprit just likes to play fire. Yeah. Must start by doing something that technically doesn't count as taboo, and inching on and until he brushed, trailing close to one. Yeah. One trailing shot through his camera and another with the next, until eventually he ended up recording actual footage. Cool, then that leaves the question of yeah. Why have you been trying to screen it? Using a projector for all these parts of the backstory to see. But putting down wouldn't make everyone here, even those who unwittingly came across the projector. Yeah. It doesn't make those folks relatable. Yeah, would the whale. But why would anyone? So, would you care to explain how you know that? I mean, she just asked around on the opposite street. Hi, Youth, welcome here. So yeah, Youth, I added the comment you asked last time. I changed the comment, by the way. You don't need to just send the message, the command. You can actually write stuff before it. I asked around the opposite street, and apparently some guy has been going around asking the workshop if they could make him a projector. Yeah, it works now. Seems like most of them turned him down, but they also said he stopped showing up after a certain point. Fair to guess that he got his hand on a projector somehow. The whale has a cooldown because it makes so much noise. The pet has a cooldown of 5 seconds, so you can spam that one. Alas, it is not a taboo of any corp to view those recorded videos. Great, why would any in mind? Well, it ain't a taboo if you only made that one. Yeah. It works if you have more messages. If you only made a projector in it, backstreet blocks are down for anything as long as there's money. Yeah, how do we track the guy now? Multiple individuals in the same carbon as the pinframe team have just been identified in the vicinity. They are carrying the same briefcase. So they are not trying to find us, okay. Now, isn't that convenient? Maybe we can play this like a festival convention and just steal people who look like they're involved with what we're looking for, yeah? Indeed, at architecture conventions, there will be those in formal plaid shirts and suspenders milling about. And I could always trust them to lead me to the convention venue. And was it common for those plaid shirt fellas to look around like they're scanning the area? Did they also go around checking people against photographs? I don't think so. You think I should add a bonk command? I'm going to, okay. Collect evidence. Please advise for... Oh. They read each other and glaring at people like they're glaring at... Perhaps you could answer that series of questions yourself. No, this crowd don't look like they're gonna let us follow them. So we're going to get into a fight, but I don't know why. The bomb command. Oh yeah, this is the streets that we saw in the trailer. Okay. Is any core class 2? From the last clause, yes. Let's see if there's any lore in the text. No, they don't really have any lore. Absolute joy resonance. Let's do some fighting.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
They're like paparazzi that takes pictures of you, yeah.
귀와 요격.
His life now is just to use the pet command. Oh, I heard the photo, right? What was that from the song? You have the kid I got praised. Yeah, now I have it. One of the attacks is just taking a picture. Yeah, I imagine. I did read on the passive that told you like if you are using the same level of skill after being taken a photo of, they lose flash power.
발광. 차단.
Look so happy. The only thing that I didn't know manage to fix is that when I get dark, the hands get dark too. But I mean, we can see the hand, yeah, we can see. It was a lot darker before. Now I'm going to die because I got praised. Oh no. Matisse is going to slice me in half. You might succeed with that, yo. I think that I can like only allow people subscribe to do that.
혈이
There is a few options here like moderators, subscribers, and VIPs. I don't know what VIP would mean on YouTube, but it's there. Like restrictions for the command. Oh, here, there's a photo. Intelligence gathering. When using a skill identical to the skill photograph, flash power -5. Oh, so that's how it works. We lose flash power if we use the skill. It was photographed. It is kind of a neat mechanic. I hope that is actually used in the final boss fight.
발광. 차단.
Actually, I have a command that I don't know if it actually works. Let me see. Like, I had downloaded something that is supposed to like highlight a comment. Why is a dude not showing up? Oh my god. Where are all of you? Wait, no, this is the previous thing of stream, I think.
낮도 밤도
아?
지 숨을 다하도록 베어낼 뿐.
No, that was some previous thing. Okay, so let me see if it works. What if I highlight? No, it doesn't work like what I thought it would. Yeah, it doesn't work. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. Like there is a plugin that makes so that I can show comments on the stream. It didn't work. Unlucky. If I knew how to program, I would do something like that. I maybe could do one command like that. I just don't want to add like a bunch of commands and then it gets overwhelming. Yeah, for an obvious reason, of course. Every single command has a global cooldown, to be honest. Even the pet one, but the pet one has a like a
죄를
smaller one.
새겨주겠어.
이 순간이 다 들어 베어내는
Whoa. The siltcurrent, on the other hand, it takes like 30 seconds for it to recharge.
터지나.
검주먹 모드.
I mean, one if you use a command, all others command gonna cooldown. I don't know how,
남자오.
if that's possible.
무대대들
From what I saw from the command bar, I don't know if this is possible.
떨굴 수밖에. 귀와 요격. 떨굴 수밖에.
Like global cooldown for individual commands appears here, but for everyone, maybe I don't know how to use the app. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I'm going to allow the pet cooldown be the same cooldown. 200. Can we buy him now? We can.
제가 분명 말했죠? 뛰어봤자 벼룩이라니까요.
Wait, in video is the same global. Yeah, I don't know if that's possible. That's the issue. I'm gonna experiment and see if it is possible to do that. Okay, we got a new identity, so now I can finally start buying stuff for the challenges, like the experience stuff. Yes, put an anti-pet command. Like, if the pet command puts a hand on me, the anti-pet like slaps the hand off. Whoa. Oh, it works if you do both. Okay. Let me get this guy so I can get more rewards. This is how much is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 200%. Okay.
벼릴 수 있는
We will not rest and
기회겠죠?
try. The next node. Okay.
발검. 차단.
육청
귀와 요격. 참수.
The power of the wheel pets. Like, you are stuck in Mirror Dungeon and Rio showing, and she dies to bleed all the time.
낮도 밤도
Oh, that's an interesting part. What kind of Ryoshu are you using? You're using House of Spider Ryoshu, right? Is it a focus battle or a chain battle? That changes things a little bit. Spider, yes.
그려낸 대로
Yeah, it's unfortunate that dodge doesn't, you know, get rid of bleed. Counter ignores bleed. We learned that in the Kento 5,
이어졌다면
I think. I mean, that's what the whale does, right? Maybe, if I feel like it. Won't say, oh. Wow. It's just until we get sick of hearing the same whale over and over again.
흐트러지게.
I like because it's a little bit dark, it hides a little bit how much tweaking my model is. Give a comment to execute the whale, my life is yours! Nah. If you kill the whale, how am I going to use the eagle, huh? How am I going to use the eagle? I'm using its eagle now. I'm gonna become eagle-less if I let you kill the whale.
그려낸 대로. 뒤와 요격.
The whale will revive eventually. After all, it's an abnormality. Yeah,
그렇지 않은 것.
that's true.
네 상대는 나야.
이 순간이 닿도록 되어내리라. 그려낸 대로.
I don't know, I think I need long angle would be cool. But I think I'm just going to take like a few months so I get used to this close right now. I'm probably going to focus on trying to learn how to make, you know, drawings and emotes perhaps. I didn't make a few pixel emotes, but I don't think they look that great. So I need to practice some more with them.
살을 베어내고
Show. Okay, let me open up stuff here.
이 시계 소리 또한 끊어지겠지.
Let me just start this fight, and I will show the sculpt emotes that I have created. Okay,
차단.
my resources. Can I do this? I don't think so. It doesn't work. Okay. I need to open up the app and re-download the picture. The file, export. My first emote that I have ever drawn. Oh, it was this abomination over here. It was this abomination. This was my first drawing. Then, like, I managed to create this one that is surprised months, which is a lot of improvements. Then I also created. You pay for that. This one, I do enjoy quite a lot, this heart emoji. This heart emoji, I use it a lot. Is that a Minecraft death block? It looks like one. And finally, like, my biggest project after those emotes was trying to create a model. Like a PNG model. So I created this one over here. On the left. I don't know. It is acceptable, I think, this one. The most cute one is this meme that I put my hair on it. I just drew the hair on this one. Wow. Okay, now let me delete everything. Yeah, that has been my journey with pixel art so far.
발검. 차단. 뒤와 요격. 떨굴 수밖에. 뒤와 요격. 그냥 떨굴 수밖에.
Why are you spamming the siltcurrent command? siltcurrent.
돌아오고 있어요. 뒤틀림에서 다시 사람의 형상으로.
I'm gonna single-handedly fix the reputation of siltcurrent. It's gonna go from the most hated abnormality to the most loved one.
꽃을 피워볼까요?
Wow. Well, at least they're not much of a fighter one-on-one. Serve the escort not a combat specialist department. What they have undergone basic combat training for exigent circumstances. They are not prepared for head-on conflicts such as this. Yeah, I noticed. They kept taking pictures of us with their briefcase. I'm guessing that that's primary job description, yeah. Collecting photos including their report for the higher ups. Yeah, I also think it's that. I kinda see how they could think we're involved in this somehow. Every time they follow the lead, they end up encountering us. It's that's surprisingly rational, yeah. Would the butterfly railway boss this good friend? I don't know. But it's like on fire, right? So it might already be cooked, so you need just need a little bit of salt. Man, Salt stood a footstep away from the rest of the scenes and watched in silence as they tried to come up with an explanation. What is he thinking? Or what is he wishes to say? Or is he simply contemplating, reserving without any preconceived notions in his mind? His silence shouldn't have been any different from his usual reticence, but I thought, though by some chance of whim, hey Salt. Wow. I was struck by sense of relief, yet distinct strangeness. I was compelled to speak with him, and we need to understand him more. His stream is deleted by the insects, and I am the one of that. Yes, manager. Don't hesitate to let me know if there is something you wanna say, but aren't you sure you're supposed to say it? Yeah. Yes, manager, I will do as you ordered, should one such circumstance occur. As always, his reply was deflating, concise, and direct. Welcome back, John. Yeah, people have been addicted to spam the comments that I have added to the stream. As though he had some rule of his own that told him this was the specific response for this situation like this. No, as though he had some rule of his own. Okay. I'm okay, but I'm talking about right now, actually. Do you have anything to say right now? No, I do not. Okay. Whoa. It did not appear to me that he was trying to hide something or choosing his word in response to my question. His reply was simply that, an answer, nothing more. Yes, a prepared answer written down in a list of responses. That's what it felt like to me. As though this particular answer had been the only one he had available for a situation like this. Oh no, even you, John, even you are getting corrupted. Must make the pad command squish my head. Ah, can I do that? That would be so cool, actually. Clearly, prodding him for instant wasn't going to get me anywhere, so with a current sure, if you say so, I turned away from him and took off to join the other sinners. As I did, a few words lingered at the lip of my proverbial tongue, asking to be let out, so I did. Would be nice to know what you were looking at. Whoa. Of that. Oh. Like, Mersal looks so stressed out in this interval. He spoke. I cannot form a judgment. What? That is because the precise definition and nature of the subject of my gaze are just as unknown to me as to you. So he doesn't have much information, so he don't want to guess. Should you point to an object or an enemy, I can provide a verbal explanation based on my current knowledge. If you require such information, please rephrase your question accordingly. Had I asked him again, then I had tried to get to the bottom of the line of questioning. Wait, had I asked him again then? Had I tried to get to the bottom of the line of questioning, could I have found myself the smallest peek into Mesal's psyche, which had remained entirely shrouded in mystery, even after an entire year with traveling together? I suppose that was up for me to judge as well. Manage it, huh? Can't wait to see Pet as a distortion. What? I don't think battle is imminent. I also have previously instructed. I have. Oh my god, that whale is stealing my attention so much. I have informed you of an imminent battle. Your boss are gonna sit there all day while you do all the fighting. They're pouring out of the building over there. Imagine if I do like I create a 1 in 1,000 chance of every time someone does the pet emotes, it has a small chance of doing a Foxy jump scare on the stream. A 1 in 10,000 chance of a Foxy jump scare. Thanks to UFO dodge has been solving all my problems. Survive with 1 HP and invisibility. Oh, that's great. So they must be on their way to the building. Our path seems clear. Okay. Yeah, let's fight again. The brief lull of battle came to a close. And barring enemies who arrived precisely at the time Mesal had predicted, we made our way into the building. Oh, so this is where there's a... Whoa. There is a lot of more photos. Do the jump scare, Fox. Where it jumps at... Oh, actually! Oh, I do have a gift for that. I don't think that I have saved it in my PC, but I do have a gift for that. It's gonna take a while, but I'm going to show you. How does any corp have so many guys on the payroll? There's no end to them. It is a wing after all, yeah. These are taboo violators. I thought the culprit worked alone. Well, I'm quite certain they're the ones from subsequent reports. The Unicall fixers appear just as confused as we were. It was clear to me that they were expecting to find a taboo violator here. Not a big group of dozen of people, so... Yeah, I also want to put noise on it. I just did not know what kind of sound effects I should put there. I'm gonna figure it out later. What were they thinking sending fodder like us to deal with an organized taboo violator? They should send taboo hunters here instead. What do you think they told us to consume can experience Oh, so yeah, they actually do this. Inexperience contain mass melee combat. They must thought our current manpower would suffice to deal with this. Maybe a brush? Oh, good idea actually. Okay, let me just write that down. Brush sound effect for pet command. Okay, it's written down. There is some GIF that I have created that I want to show on stream. I found it. I just need to download the GIF now. Okay. I don't know about that. Wait, wasn't there an expert report? Wow. That's one. That one of them's all of a sudden, with a click, the room began to buzz with the metallic reel of some kind of machinery. Oh, this machinery. Is this the cause of the distortion? Because like it looks different from everything else. Immediately I could tell what it was. Distortion. Standing in the middle of the shabby room was a device that I wasn't sure I had seen before. Its exterior was plastered with strange shapes that looked similar to what we saw on the Shunrokun's faces. Yeah, in our earlier battles, making it difficult to grasp its full shape. It looks like a giant machine. These things are something like that would show on cinemas, I think. Like old cinemas. Especially the sound. Man! Shield your eyes! Yeah, the moment you begin to emit a flame through your life, everyone knew that we were going to get flashbang. I quick turned away as quick mission. Oh no, that's a taboo? That was cool playing a recorded video, okay. Even a brief look at it could consider a taboo violation. I saw that. He's so finished! Just as panic began creeping into the voices of several unlucky individuals. Oh man, oh folks, this is starting to get a little embarrassing. As a sleepy voice breaks through the darkness past my metaphorically speaking shut eyes. Mentor? I jump into what's wrong with everyone? Got dust in your eyes? Don't you know that anyone who watched the invest with Sakura recorded video any cop gets? Of course I know, but I watched it anyways. What? Open your eyes. This motion picture isn't recorded. Oh. Possibly emboldened by Kim's comment, or perhaps believing that seeing the video could be excused as incidental exposure, incurred while subduing violators. Then copy police also opened their eyes and began to mutter amongst themselves. Is that thing talking to us? I finally allow myself a good look at the machine, which was firing a conical beam of light against a side of the wall. Is it going to say something there? Okay, now I can get the mode. Okay, like imagine if the pattern mode had like a 1 in a 10,000 chance of this foxy jump scare with the sound effect. That was the idea. And this was its message delivered via white words on a black background. So you've tracked me down this far. After what I went through to take refuge in here, they still end up hiding this place. You probably get 30 times per minute. It is 10,000 chance though. We would get it in the first team. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. After what I went through to take refuge here, they still ended up finding me in this place. All of you, idly consuming fake experience after fake experience, without even a care about the real thing. Case number TC324, you are under suspicion of category 3 violation. Reveal yourself now. Reveal yourself now and forfeit your illegal recordings. If you do comply, we will. What is foolery but reckless buffoonery in absence of that reminds me something. Let me see if I can find it. No, I need to find this. There is a meme for this situation. Let me download it. Okay, just a second. Finish downloading. Yeah, bought this comment of Kim. What is foolery but witness buffoonery in absence of fools? That's the same vibe of this one. Just remember what horses consider play, monkeys consider business, but the tune is all foolery. It's on the similar vibe. The hollowed vessel, bereft of all but lingering delusion, grants not even a brew of echo to the dogged excoriation of tools. Yeah, what's he even talking about? If you mean to obstruct our official duties, we won't hesitate to use force. Without even so much as turning around, Bobo raised his sword and fired away the handcuffed employee's nail-shaped weapon. I'm only speaking as my whim guides me, my dear fellows. No need to get so happy. Allow me to say that this abomination has no consciousness. After what I went through to take refuge in here, they still ended up finding this place. Oh, so it's repeating? Yeah. All of you blind. Yeah, it is repeating. It's repeating the same sentence over and over again. Now that does make me wonder, was I just as far gone when I was distorted past all words and reason? I mean, if anyone has an answer to that question, it'd be you folks, right? It would be so funny if you guys like do the comments so much that the bot breaks somehow. King said nothing more. He turned a piercing look at us, all the while effortlessly swatting away the N-Corp employees' attacks. As though he was goading us into telling him the truth. Well, don't suppose there's any point in asking. I'm no different from this abomination, just as it wields that contraption. I must have wielded the only thing I have known, the blade. The blade, transforming into a mindless thing consumed by a mere tool, living through both in the fold, unrestrained. Yeah. Hey, Junior, I still warn about that. I tried to avert my eyes, I truly did, but such a disregard is easier said than done. How can I, when that distorted being has no qualms showing the... Doesn't he know how rude the unsolicited reflecting of the fountains of one heart is? Has got to be illegal or something? Illegal, I say. Turning accustomed to a tug on a protection racket run. A mere inch before a car in motion to a swerving driver. What is he talking about? The second the pet gets removed, my heart will instantly drop. Oh no. He's going to die. Why is my eyes tweaking? Wow. When I look up. Some might say my poor heart almost burst out of my chest. Courtesy of you. Same thing, yeah. In that split second, I think I somewhere saw the eyes brows twitch. A battle is imminent, manager. Why? Just another. Oh, you think he's going to click again? Ah, my eyes! Oh god, I'm blind now. A blinding flash followed by an explosive bang. My vision immediately went white and decided to take its time coming back. And when it did, right back to the Shinokons. The first thing that came into view was particularly unsettling landscape of Escorp, followed by bamboo-hatted Kim surrounded by a small army of Shinokons. Mentor! Keep that up and you shot me deathfinder. Wow. David vs Goliath. Siltcurrent vs Pets. Isn't it about time we grew accustomed to such sights? Interest. Still, do I wake from this dream direction in cold sweat? That they might bind and drag you away. It isn't so bad, is it? It's just that these folks so far, like... It's just these folks so far, like earlier when... Ah, my eyes! I don't understand what's happening, but first things first, we have to neutralize everyone here and get our mission back on track. Adjusting projection. I've been studying far and wondering all day for this exact reason. And... So that was its mechanism. Faust? The world began to shift rapidly before I had the chance to ask Faust what she meant. The one who finds comfort settling lies. I give you what most deserve your gaze. So it is related to King? Oh no, another one! One. You're not gonna distort again, huh? I'll be blind before today's is over at straight. It's changed. What did? Like the early instance, one of the distortion is different from the others. As per assault identified, there was something different about the group of Shinokons this time. They were accompanied by someone else. A warrior in impressive armor, wielding a sword that was just as tall. Their armor, in a green one through the cell circle, so it's probably someone who Kim knows. fight the projector, huh? Just like we would fight like singing machine. To be reunited in such a manner. So he does know what is it, but it's a distortion. The warrior drew a bow that hung from the waist guard and knocked an arrow. I suppose this is how it would have gone down had you wow. Had you been the one to grab me. Military Commissioner Im Geong Yop. How do you fire, friend? The signals arrows losing since the accused. Yeah. The warrior loses the knocked arrow, which soared into the sky with a piercing whistle. Then with the rest splitting sound as they kill, the Shinokun begin to swarm us. Okay, seems to be a big fight now. Spaz is undefeated on the #1 from the YouTube rank. Okay, a boss fight. Flash Phenomenon. Im Gyeong. There any lore in his skills? Nah, not yet. Battle Form of the Homeland. It's kinda similar to Swordplay of the Homeland. Wait, is Kim here? No, he isn't. Where is the bum? It's kinda similar to Kim's Distorted Song. Upon entering the account, again 3 memory transition. Turns out that 0 memory transition stack, retreat, and transition to a different location. When returning to the field, based on the current battle form of Homeland, gain or lose Swordplay of the Homeland South. So, there's a lot into these things. Base power and coin power shift based on stack. So he loses base power and gain coin power. I hope so. These enemies probably hasn't changed much. The only thing is him. This doesn't seem to be much like he's going to go run away and then come back. Take minus 30 damage from burn, bleed, thermal eruption, sinking. Gain the effect, fixed panic. Okay. Upon entering the encounter, the first time gain 5 Dungeon Brigadine. There's so many words that I have never seen before. Gain shield equal to 10%, so equal to 50% of the HP. Mine one round now. Shield gain due to effect does not expire at turn end. When Dungeon Brigadine shall expire in the encounter. Oh, so you need to get rid of the shield. Okay, let's go for a little bit of lore. The Western Stride armors are not so much equipped as they are piloted. S-Corp Dungeon Brigadine is one of examples of such armor. Much like Air Corps powered armor suit and full plate armor used by the Knights of the West, the Dungeon Brigadine greatly augments the user's offensive and defensive combat capabilities. Yet these advantages do not mean that armors of such potency are readily supplied for combat personnel. Each unit has its own unique controls and come with the limitation of requiring separate fuels. What remains certain, however, is that with our aforementioned armors, once a rider has familiarized himself with the Dungeon Brigadine's extended reach and heightened power output, he becomes a machine of war that strides across the battlefields with the promise of a slaughter. So a different form every 3 turns, huh? When following conditions are met, it's a pattern that includes the Bow of the Homeland. Okay. The Sword of the Homeland escorts the additional art of swordsmanship. This is what Kim uses. It's also divided into 3 branches, Sao, Pi, and PPL. Within their teachings, it's techniques to heal neglected creatures of colossal stature such as Singans. To perform them in full, a swordman must wield a great wand capable of bearing the strains of the techniques. Oh. Clash lose, gain one head splitting memory, gains bind, and gain clash power up. Oh yeah, there is the same person talking in the background as the Kim soundtrack. Yeah. By the way, if there was spoilers in the chat, I did not read. I'm focusing on this right now. There are those who persevere in training for lack of talent. Then there are those blessed with talent only to let it rust. All men say that the title of Apex Blade can only be seized by the gifted. It matters not. Until the day comes for this blade of mine to rise high enough to meet the clouds, I shall persevere in honing my powers. I think that I'm going I think that I'm going to like finish the stream after this fight, so we can continue with the dungeon on the next one. Okay, now we can finally see this. Okay, we don't need to deal with that. I'm probably gonna schedule the next stream for like tomorrow or after. I don't know, I want to get flash start loose the one hit as an unopposed attack or hit I don't know what that does. I honestly did not understood. I want to see if I can get used to streaming. It's still like weird because sometimes I get here without actually eating anything. I'm not sure, Spaz. I might focus on the video too. I also could continue the PC is not here, Sodin. I also could continue with the railway challenge. But yeah, youth and food, let's just like close this topic and not talk about it. Like, it's not gonna go anywhere.
이 순간이 다하도록 되어내리라.
귀와 요격, 함수, 정리노화. 네 상대는 나야. 속판.
Yeah, it's like a very weird schedule. Like last stream I did not oh yeah, last stream I burnt my food, so I had nothing to eat the entire day. Today I managed to cook something though. Okay. Hi there, Astro. You came right into the boss fight. Yes, pass this way. This way, the siltcurrent gang is going to win the pet gang against the pet gang. Actually, I think a lot of you don't know, but Alden was actually my previous client. Like, I edited video for him. So yeah, the person who donated today was my previous client. The whale is back. Yeah, he was my boss. Oh, this is a new skill. A 7 sold play convert all into unbreakable coins. It doesn't have 7. Okay. I think the interval has been really funny so far, honestly. It does feel like interval, like a rest before the cancel. Okay, we need something here to clash against that. Target stem that has the most bleed. There is quite a lot. Do you have a dodge? We do have a dodge. Yeah, we had made that quiz back then, that that showed how much of a fraud everyone was. Me, Ali, and well, Vader. Yeah, well, Vader. Wait, that kills Altis? I did not read the skill.
균형 점수. 3점.
I hope she survives. Let me see. I don't think that I chose for backup identities.
네 상대는 나야. 대전.
Nah, she's gonna survive. I know that this guy is going to run away. She has no way in dodging him. Really? Let's see. She dodged, okay. Photo. And... oh! So... is the flash projector. The refraction ratio is well balanced? Okay. Yeah, you underestimated the power of Blade Lineage Altis. Combat stats. If the battlefield has turned into a scorp, to any corp, this turn heal 15 SP for all sinners. Oh, so that's how it runs away. This unit cannot be killed, it does not take any damage for sources other than the main damage from skill attacking this unit as the main target. Okay. We don't know its resistances. Location type distortion photo lab. So that's the name. Gain memory 3 memory transitions. At this zero stack mode is yeah, so we have 3 turns to deal damage. If this unit HP reaches 1 or if memory transition reaches 0, stack at the turn start, activate the following. Remove yourself and any corp class 2 from the encounter. Return a minion up to the encounter and move to the battle. Okay. So we need to deal damage to this. We barely deal any damage. So okay. We can focus on killing these guys on the first turn. Oh, you're not clashing against anyone.
그려는데 낮도 밤도 지나 숨을 다하도록 베어낼 뿐.
Monster Land. Yeah, this interval has been really funny. I don't know, I think that I enjoy the intervals a lot more when I'm streaming instead of playing by myself. And now I think we are allowed to deal damage to the boss. 34. I don't want to get hit by that, so
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Oh, if you are looking, he's siltcurrent. What do you mean I am a goon? If anything, you guys are the goons here. I am the boss. Damage. Actually, is there any code that should be better? Are you going to use skill 3 too? 45 damage. Notice pressure doesn't have. We have blind obsession. Of course, I'm going to use blind obsession here.
그려낸 대로
The plan is just use the whale. Let's summon the whale.
종원, 조명이 전멸하는 저곳으로 파도가 모든 것을 쳐부술 거다.
Okay, so now we're going to get to the overkill. Yeah. The actual fight, huh? I mean, it's not like this guy has an actual chance to beating us. Our team is just way too strong for him.
즐겁겠군.
I activated the ego synchronization when I use blind obsession with Ishmael. Oh, it's a woman? Oh. Wow. We need a command to change from normal to out of harmonious. Yeah, I can create that one actually. I can also create ones that add other clothing too.
이 순간이 다하도록 되어내리라.
The Aura monster. Yeah. The command Aura monster to activate this. Daniel, did you think we are going to forget your anniversary? We know that you're the type of person that keeps climbing no matter what.
물러서지 않겠습니다.
Happy birthday, Daniel!
귀와 요격.
Yeah, the only like sad thing about ReZero is that they are taking. I mean, it's cool for them, but bad for us. They are taking like an 8-week break, so it's going to take a while until we can continue watching this current season. Yeah, like I don't think that the new game mode is good for bosses like this, where they are weak in normal story mode, but they have full mechanics and they aren't annoying like Rufo. $500 HP.
숨막히도록 견뎌왔고 절박하게 갈망했어.
Wow.
저주했어.
Rufo wasn't fun to me, to be honest. It was so painful. So much that I did not touch the new event just because of her.
무렵에
Oh, that was hopeless. But I think it's going to end before that.
귀와 요격. 함수. 정리와.
166. Just 260 more damage. So the mechanics was fun. Not on the reflector game mode. I mean, it's probably because I wasn't using the most optimized team, you know. It's not like I had all those spiders back then. I barely made it through. Yeah, I'm talking about the reflector. The normal fight was cool, yeah. Oh? I shall set my form alright. Just a little more, and I think we might be able to smash, yeah. Yeah, but it's really hard to focus on one thing with that huge warrior zapping in and out of reality. It makes our lives a whole lot easier if you could just get rid of one of them. The battle seems to be taking a toll on the scenes, more so than usual. I think you are, Spas, yes. 430 hours. I just imagine what we could do if we spent that 130 hours somewhere else. I have like 1,200 hours in Limbus. I could have more if I played more. But I've just been casual for most part of the game. It wasn't that we're up against an unsurmountable foe. Not even close. Not to mention how Ezra and Ingdu were here to help us out. But... Wait, don't you go? Okay, the big siltcurrent file is... You sure? I don't know if they are the key to solving this distortion. We ain't exactly flush with options, are we? Or exactly is locked and we... Ain't like we can stop mid-fight to strategize. And we're back here. With the battlefield constantly shifting between N-Corp and S-Corp, we simply did not have the breathing room to focus on neither the projector or in-game up. Who was swinging that great blade with frightening force. Besides... King? It shall be done. N-Corp was sending far too many people against us. There weren't that many at first, but it seemed that a sudden spike in employee casualties in an area so close to the nest had alerted N-Corp to our location. Yeah, the 600 house is enough to not make you a LARPer. How do you get out of this? Faust, help me out here. I decided to stop racking my brain and try to navigate a situation I know so little about, and instead rely on the scenes with possibly more experience in the field. First, I need to know if there is any way we can deal with the endless reinforcement as Corp is sending after us. And second, will you defend the Ingel or destroy the project to bring an end to this distortion phenomenon? If I may speak freely, as Executive Manager, it's unlikely that our present force will be sufficient to overcome the current rate of enemy reinforcement. Not only is this battlefield situated in close proximity to the enemy stronghold, but there is an unpredictable variable in the strange machine that makes neutralizing even a single wave of enemies difficult. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having... This fight has been easy so far, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but we are trapped in a battlefield with a single exit, which the enemies have already blocked. Without reinforcements of our own, there is little hope of prevailing through this current predicament. Yeah, it seems that way to me too, but maybe I can neutralize the distortion phenomenon, at the very least. Faust recommends entering the dungeons of the Phantoms as our exit. Yeah, we can do that. But how can I talk to the distortion? Wait, maybe. During the SB regular checkup back at the LCE, he says that all you have to do is to read what's on that note in front of his distortion. Apparently some kind of code. Right, keywords. This one seems to be a location type distortion, which means that regardless of where the bright flash takes us, any corp or the twisted caricature of S-Corp was still within range. No, the fight of the siltcurrent Vespeting has started again. In other words, as long as I have the right keywords, I can summon an entrance to its dungeon of the Phantoms from anywhere within it. Okay, so what are the keywords of this distortion then? Forham had provided us with the necessary keywords for his discussion back then, but this time we had to figure it out on our own. First thing first, one of them has to be a photograph. It obviously been present throughout the entire phenomenon. But may perhaps experience may be one of them. Vincent puts his 2 cents in, have briefly retreated from battle to the back lines. There is an undercurrent of obsession with experiences in his every trail. It must have out relation to what caused his distortion. Experience. The concept alone lacks substance. It must be something more grounded, something that is synonymous with experience while maintaining a through line to any corpse technology that was the core of his obsession. Keen experience? Most likely, thinks Faust. Alright then, photograph keen experience. Now seems not transpired off yet. It didn't, but I feel like I could. Also, this kind of photograph used with keen experience. So what? So that's what that strange sensation was. Mentioning that word shook that distortion and caused that tripping effect. But it was clearly not enough to force open the Dungeon of the Phantoms. How many other words could there be? Scraps? Oh, I thought we were all talking turns in saying what might have into distort. And going by the way you folks were saying your piece one after another, I thought this was to be some sort of a Zen riddle. See, when enjoying the benefits of slacking off at work, all kinds of mundanities come to possess far more interesting qualities, sometimes even reveal secrets invisible to eyes focused on elsewhere. Take a person of interest to it, he has been poking around this area of town with an eye-watering, expensive camera in tow, so conspicuously that every store owner I lightly prodded for information had tales to tell about him. Each tale adds another facet to the long saga of a once-driven man. A man who can do attitude. An uncanny ability to pump himself up by his bootstraps in a clear path towards Nest's residence, who became so bewitched by photography that he eventually squandered his fortune on what was, in the end, nothing more than a pastime. Yeah, it's time to out of farm, guys. And that went on until he found himself reduced to a pauper, barely making rent on a scrap heap of an apartment. In pursuit of his ideality, ideal mentioned, the man has lost grip of his fortune in reality. When cold rain drips through the roof with mold and tepid humidity to get disenclosed from the earth, the mind begins to wander lost. Eventually madness is evoked in a form indistinguishable from drunkenness. So it's talking from experience now. You're not a traitor now, Spice. I'm doubting that, you know? The pauper loses himself. A shadow darker than any I had seen on his face, crept beneath the shade of his eyes. No, I had seen that look once in the past, though it would be more accurate that I had heard in his voice that echoed in his fathoms, distorted by guilt and regret. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised at the fact that this distortion has amongst the countless people here taken a particular interest in Bamboo-Hatted King. Photography, inexperience, and scraps. Oh? Like setting a final piece of the puzzle, the space before us momentarily warped and flashed, opening a pathway to the distortion's fathoms. Well then, let's start this dungeon. I mean, not now. This is what I had seen, the gateway to one's fathom. Yeah, but yeah. I think Ezra and Engdu are going to stay back here, dealing with the Enicorp, and we are going to go in. Most of the scenes were caught in the same predicament. Some managed to disengage from the battle and prepare to enter the Dungeon of the Fathoms, but Honglo, Gregor and several others were still busy holding off the Enicorp employees. Yeah, they are. Even those who are chained like Dante, machine like that. We can travel to the pathway once it's open, yeah. Yeah, let's not drive ourselves into even our corner. You're going to stay here? My sword's arm is not what it once was, but it should be enough for this. Besides, I have a little wish to set foot in some EU omen place and be tangled with such a bizarre mess. Is that really what he thinks? There was something in his eyes that led me to believe that this was more than just staying behind to protect her here. He was running away. Huh? What a terrible front. At least try to pretend to be sincere and make it easy for us to believe you. You don't feel that terrible because I'm going to fight back. You just to not work. What are you trying to avoid, Swordswinger? You're not some kind of kid trying to get out of his homework. I remember hearing that entering the dungeon of Adams will bring one to the spirit of Adams of the distortions gazing into. Then to allies with him must be my very own, for that is the abominations gazing into. It's decided they not coming with us. Keep coming for the save. We ain't talking about talking a blind face. We ain't about to walk in a blind place without knowing anything. Yeah, we need a guide. Oh, that's, yeah. He keeps it simple, you should try that too. Learn the hard way that homework, like summer reading, doesn't go away just because you don't look at it. It's still there, even as the summer break comes to an end. Ruining the last day of vacation into an all-nighter, yeah. Yes, John, continue using the pet command. Oh god, wow. Arash scabbard vibrated cheerfully in agreement. Stop procrastinating doing summer reading. What is it you said? Face the homework. Face the homework, save the GPA. Oh no. No, I know the origin of the memes. Face the homework. Save the GPA. Yeah, Keen, you are not gonna escape from this one. You are being forced to our farm. Will you make a lone stand? Yeah, she's strong. It'll be safe. It was basically a monster of the week situation for Team Later and me back in our duo days. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, everyone's getting obsessed with using the blind obsession command. But a few people are rebelling and using the pet command instead. Now that now that I think about it, I think I'm setting a pretty good solid example as those teams in there, aren't I? I don't like this, but yeah. It seems that I have no choice in the matter as long as this employee card things from my chest. Yeah. He is very strong. With a side, Kim shook his head and joined us, drag his feet all the while. I shouted at the vanguard. I mean to be warned that the entrance is floating. Take a step over and you may trip. Okay. I clearly seen that thing do. Bring me a ladder if you're that worried. Why don't you? Oh no, she's gonna actually bring a ladder. Oh no. Probably. We finished this section. Let's see the damage.
뒤틀림에서 다시 사랑의 형상으로.
Wow.
살수의 방식으로는
1k damage just for her.
절대
Okay.
도달하지
She does
못했을
more
결과인
damage than Ryoshu. That's impressive.
이젠 좀 알 것 같네요.
Just want the story of the
제가 현장
pet command versus the
무엇을
siltcurrent
배워가면
command.
좋을지.
Yeah, we are left with the dungeon, right? So I'm going to leave the dungeon for the next stream. We may also continue the railway there. Yeah, thank you guys for spending time with me, and we are going to see each other on the next one. Ryoshu didn't kill. Yeah, she didn't kill any of the allies. It has been interesting so far, this intervalo. It doesn't have has any of the, you know, special events like on spring cultivation month. It has been fun. I'm going to schedule the next stream. And that's it. Bye. I see you guys later in another day. Bye. I'm just lame because I didn't have the YouTube open to end the stream, but now I have, so I can end the stream now. Bye.